Welcome back to Gonzaga Nation SI, where we preview every upcoming game with the opposing team's radio crew. Today's from North Alabama, Benjamin Ray, all the way from the South. Benjamin, thanks for joining. How is travel right now? Because I believe you are on the last leg of the trip heading to Spokane, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan, I appreciate you having me on. And yeah, it's a long way from Florence, Alabama to Spokane, Washington. The team flew out from Atlanta early this morning. Myself and the rest of the media crew were on a separate travel plan. So I'm currently sitting in the Oakland airport as you and I chat. One more flight to Spokane. So I'm almost up there with you guys.
Well, everybody's travel has been kind of thrown in disarray with COVID over the last 20 months. It's just nice that we've got some college basketball games. Fingers crossed this game goes, as well as the rest of the games for North Alabama, as well as Gonzaga. But looking forward to the prep with this game with North Alabama. Tell us a little bit about your guys' program. I believe you're 7-5, fourth year as a Division I program in the A-Sun. Give us a little bit more about the basketball program at North Alabama.
Yeah, so this is the fourth and final year of our school's Division I transition. It began 3 years ago. We're in the fourth year. We can't compete for NCAA championships, which has been the unfortunate thing, but we can play for ASUN championships. And Tony Poolholz's team a season ago, year three, played Liberty in the ASUN championship, came up just a few possessions short. But we're a pretty storied Division II basketball program. We won two national championships, 79, 91. We're actually the only school in the state of Alabama to have won to have won multiple football and basketball national championships. So we had some success. Now we're just making that transition to the Division I level, and we're just anxious to get this transition over. We're excited for this season, but we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a fun yet kind of stressful transition at times, because anybody that plays the game at a high level plays to win, and you want to win to be able to go to the NCAA tournament. But you guys have made strides. When I look at the overall statistical package of your team and getting ready to call this game on TV, I see a really good defensive team that takes away the three, forces a lot of turnovers, and then on the offensive end is very balanced and shoots the three at a pretty good clip. Is that a fair assumption? And can you expand on that for us?
Certainly, and that hits this UNA team perfectly. The defense will start on that end of the floor. When Tony Poolholt was hired at his introductory press conference, he said, we're going to be a team that hangs our hat on the defensive end of the floor. And I think here in year four, you're seeing the upperclassmen setting the tone defensively, guys like Jamari Blackman, CJ Brim. They want to defend. Tony Poolholt refers to it as a helter-skelter defense. UNA would rank 8th nationally in turnovers forced, 4th nationally in opponents' field goal percentage. It's just tenacious. It's a group effort. They love to get out there and defend. They're taking a lot of pride. The other end, Tony Poolholt, when he was hired again, he said it would be an equal opportunity offense. And when you look, every year of the transition, we've had multiple guys averaging from 4 to 15 points. I think this season it's 11 guys averaging between 4 and 12 points. And our leading scorer is a true freshman, Daniel DJ Ortiz, who's coming off the bench. So there's a couple of different guys that can knock down threes. Tony Poolholt wants a balanced offensive approach. He wants it where just about anybody can get you on any given night. And again, it starts with a guy like Jamari Blackman on that end as well. Leads the team in assists, something he's done each of the last 3 seasons. He can score when he wants to, but he does a great job of getting his teammates involved.
So when you look at the defensive philosophy and attack, are we looking at a man-to-man pressure team? Is it a full court press? Is it a zone? Because Gonzaga's played a couple teams this year that have kind of checked all those different boxes, and they focus on one. What can Gonzaga fans expect from the UNA defensive attack?
What you'll see a lot of man-to-man look. Very rarely does UNA go zone. Occasionally, maybe some full court pressure. I don't think we'll see much of that. Something UNA has kind of done this season is they've managed to take the opponent's top scorer and almost hold him underneath his season average. Usually it's the opposing team's top guard. We struggle a little bit about post players just because of the size from the high major teams to the low major like us. But it's a team that loves those individual matchups. You've got guys that take a lot of pride in trying to shut down an opponent's top scorer. So that's where this team is really kind of made a name for itself this season.
Gonzaga played Alabama, the Crimson Tide, in Seattle a couple weeks back. Alabama knocked them off. I got to know Coach Oates a couple years ago when he was a head coach at Buffalo. I really like that program. North Alabama fans, I'm guessing, watched that game, was pulling for the Crimson Tide. What type of respect do you think there is for the North Alabama program and fans for Gonzaga?
Oh, tremendous! I mean, we're UNA, we're basketball fans down at UNA, and we all know about the Gonzaga name. We know about you back when you played in the history of this program. We came out here 3 years ago, first year of our transition, I believe it was. And really had a great experience. We were blown away by the fan base, the amount of fans that came out for a non-conference Christmas break game against little old UNA from Florence, Alabama. So there's tremendous respect. We look at that mid-major poll. We see Gonzaga. I don't know if you can consider Gonzaga a true mid-major anymore, but UNA has a lot of respect for what Gonzaga has done and what Gonzaga has done for schools like us, small schools, now on the national stage having a lot of success.
Well, if there's one last thing, Ben, you would like Gonzaga fans to know about UNA, whether it's the campus and the school, whether it's the basketball program, what would it be?
I think just that we're finally in the fourth and final year of the transition, and we've seen the campus grow. You talk about academics and athletics. UNA's had 11 consecutive terms of record enrollment. So campus is growing. There's a lot of exciting things happening. UNA was recently named the fastest growing university in the state of Alabama. So we used to joke that UNA was the best kept secret, and it feels like since we've made this Division I move, the secret's getting out about UNA.
Well, Ben, I appreciate it. Safe travels with the rest of today, and look forward to hopefully getting a chance to say hello in person before the game tomorrow, which is the 28th. And best of luck the rest of the year for North Alabama.
Hey, Dan, I appreciate you having me on to talk UNA.